Yes. How's everybody doing today? This is the ALPOUGH show. I am ALPOUGH. First name's Michael, but I usually go by ALPOUGH. And people used to call me ALPOUGH all the time. And I always say, call me ALPOUGH because 100 million Michaels. And there's a lot of Michael ALPOUGHs also. Good afternoon for those who are in now and those who are coming later. I want to thank you for coming in. Today is a special day. I had a couple good shows yesterday. I put those in the description on my YouTube channel. I'm very excited. I'm starting to chart a little bit. I have one video that has over 1,500 views now. It is one of my best videos. Please go down and you'll see it. It's taking it one step at a time. It's a very simple saying, but it really makes a total difference in your world. And obviously people are starting to understand it, and I really appreciate that. Also, if you didn't watch my video last night, I did a rerun on one of my first comedy routines I did on the show, and it's my earlier show, so a lot of people didn't even know who I was, so I decided to see that again, load that up again, and excuse me, and so check that out. That's also in the description below in the YouTube channel. Please give it a watch, give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me. I'm growing now. I have 40 subscribers. I started off with 0 since I started, and we're growing a little bit at a time, and that's one thing at a time. So today, this is really dear to my heart. It's something that I really stand by, but I think that it needs to be reckoned with here. So we're going to get into the subject matter is the perfect gentleman in 2021. It thinks that, how this is not just about being a perfect gentleman to women, to get women. This is about being a perfect gentleman when you walk out the door, when you wake up, okay, to your partner. All right. And so I think it's good. This is not the first one I'm going to do on this. This is going to be one of many. Please stick around to the end. I have some announcements to make concerning the show. So I really appreciate you stay all the way till the end. So let's just start with the basics. All right. We're going to build up to it. Basically, we're going to talk about being a perfect gentleman, and then we're going to get the woman's perspective to see what a woman wants in a gentleman. Okay, so let's start from the basics here. All right, being a perfect gentleman. I have a number of things, topics, suggestions, because that's what this is. Suggestions. Take the best and leave the rest. Okay, but we do need to get to the basics, because it's really hard to understand how to be out here in this world now, because everything is, well, things are opening up, but it could close back up again. We don't know. It's week to week, and so we have to deal with everything week to week. So, but let's go with the basics here. Number one is to say please. Okay, please, not huh. If you don't, please repeat that. Thank you. That pleases me. Saying please really makes people comfortable, especially in conversation. Would you like a drink? Please. Please. See, and the way you say it. All right. Please. All right. So now, just to let you know, even when you go and you just, want to talk to a lady, I'm going to give you an example on what I say when I introduce myself. Almost everybody who I've ever met, okay, every woman I've ever met, for the most part, especially in the last 14, 15 years, is hello, my name is Michael ALPOUGH, and I am a perfect gentleman. I said that to my wife. Got her. So, what it does is it creates this intention already. Oh, he's a perfect gentleman. Well, let's see. And, I say, well, I'll show you. Okay. I say, please. Please and thank you. How about thank you? Thank you. Thank you. You look in the mirror and because it's the way you say it, people appreciate it. Thanks. Thank you. And you look them in the eye and say, thank you. This is when you go into the store. This is when you go and meet anyone. This is where, when you don't take people for granted that not saying thank you. Now, I have met people. Now, it's not necessarily that I need that thank you, because if you're a perfect gentleman, you understand that, you already know how to thank yourself, so to speak. But there are people deep down that really need to know how to say thank you. And that's part of the upbringing, to have appreciation, because, we all need help sooner or later. Okay. Next is, pardon me. Pardon me. Pardon me. I didn't say that correctly. Would you give me another opportunity to rephrase that? Okay. You bumped into something. Pardon me. Pardon me. Now, there's also the negative. Pardon me? You see? Pardon me. Practice your smile, by the way. All right. What's that? What's your power smile? I got a power smile. So that smile. All right. All right. So pardon me is cool. You're walking, opening the door. Pardon me, let me open the door for you. See, there's a certain way. Please, may I open the door for you? Okay. Practice it in the mirror. And being the perfect gentleman, part of it is to be respectful to age. Okay. Respectful to age. Respectful to people that are older than you, the elderly especially. Okay. When you are respectful to age, you put out a great vibe of being a gentleman. Well, this is a gentleman, and people will call you a gentleman of all ages. Also with children. Okay. It's very important when you meet children. See, we're an adult and they take everything in. So it's very important to look a child in the eye, say hello, and introducing people, how you introduce children or how you introduce elderly, it's very important. I always go by age. It depends. Usually if somebody's older than me, I will always introduce someone even before I'll, introduce like a kid first. But for the most part, it's by the age. And you can do it reverse too, where you want to make sure the child is safe. So, you see? Sorry about that. Next, stand up to say hello. People love it if you're in a restaurant and here come your friends. All right. It's stand up to say hello. Shake that hand. For people. Now there's situations that you can't, and I understand that. All right. We're not talking about that. But we are talking about perfection, being the perfect gentleman. And being a gentleman and a perfect gentleman is two different things, by the way. A gentleman, that's not, it's like, okay, here I am, I'm a gentleman. That's it. But if you're a perfect gentleman, that means you're always working on it. Okay. And part of those characteristics is making people feel welcome. Okay. Here, let me stand up. No, you don't have to. No. Amanda just walked in, or, Tom just walked in, or I've not met this person. They brought a friend. I want them to know I'm the perfect gentleman. You see? So stand up to say hello. That's the best thing you can do in those type of situations. Now, a firm handshake varies. All right. Now, some people break your hand. I've had people that could literally almost broke my hand. I know a guy, I never shook his hand because this guy had the grip of a vice grip. Okay. But a firm handshake is just so that they can get a feeling from you. Me as a perfect gentleman, sometimes your only contact, well, again, people are used to shake hands. I don't know what it's going to be like. Now I'm hoping that people are going back to shaking hands, but it is the first contact that you usually make with a person, okay, is their hand. Okay. Now I'm not saying to you to get break the firm handshake with a lady, but women know how to shake hands too, and they know how to do it ladylike. So you understand that it could be a ladylike shake or the regular shaking of the hand like two men do. Okay. So it's just different with everyone. All right. So now when you want to, is gifts. When you show up at a door, you have a bottle of wine. Okay. A gift could be opening the door. Okay. And also, as a perfect gentleman, you're looking out. You're looking out. You park in Walmart. For myself, let's just say I park in Walmart. I'm walking to the door, and I may see someone who's struggling with their groceries. Ma'am, would you like can I give you a hand? Can I give you a hand? I'm a perfect gentleman. Usually with the elderly. I was just walking down, going to the towards the door, and see what I always do is, as a perfect gentleman, I have my smile up. Okay. I don't want to come. I already know the atmosphere of who I want. And so I'm walking towards Walmart, and this gentleman, who is elderly gentleman, and I'm smiling at him. And I said, "Hello, sir. How are you?" He goes, "Could you please help me?" I said, "Bam. Sure." Helped him get in his wheelchair and everything like that. And he said, "Man, you're a gentleman." I said, "Nah, that's a gift. Thank you." He said, "Thank you" to me. And I'm like, "There's no need to thank me, sir. It's my pleasure." You see? And that's a word too. It's, hey, it's my pleasure. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, and there's always opportunities to show people that you're a perfect gentleman. And then it makes you feel good about yourself. Okay. Because you're looking to always be better. How can I be more perfect? Well, shoot, I just helped that guy. When I walked in, I felt so good because I was looking out for a way to help someone. I knew that was a gift. Okay. I didn't know it was going to happen at the time, but it did. All right. Be a good sport. Be a good sport. Sometimes somebody says a joke that might be a little, hurt your feelings or whatever. Be a good sport about it. In games, be a good sport. This isn't cards. This isn't anything. Tiddlywinks. Okay. Tiddlywinks. And I always believe me, it comes up to me when my wife beats me in pool. Yeah. And in chess. Yeah. Okay, so let's keep going here. nails trimmed. Okay, dirty nails. I'm not kidding. Dirty nails turns everybody off. But if you're looking to get a lady, okay, they're looking at your face, and then usually the first thing is the nails. And when you shake their hands and they see you got dirt under your nails, okay, that's a strike. All right, and I'm not saying that you're a mechanic and you just came off that job and you haven't washed your hands, and we're not talking about that. We're just talking about being in general. All right. Next is get advice. Don't be afraid to ask for advice when you walk into someplace. What is it you need me to do? I'm not sure. How do I'm not sure what to do here. What do you need? Um, Giving advice when asked, but at the same time, sometimes advice is not something you should give. It might be just listening. All right. And, I've gone into a lot of my videos about listening. Listening is a practice. Okay. You have to practice listening. A perfect gentleman listens. Okay. You'll impress people by how you listen when you do not interrupt someone. Okay. A perfect gentleman listens to every word. And then afterwards says, even if that, I listened to every word you said. Thank you. Just that gets you brownie points. Trust me on that. All right, hair and face is groomed. Now look, nobody's talking. Look, I'm clean shaven. So, my grooming habits is I shave every day. So, but it's the way I express myself is by being clean shaven. Now, I'm not saying most people are not clean shaven, by the way, but to have your mustache trimmed, your hair combed, the nose hairs not hanging out. This is part of grooming. Now, for me, I grow my hair longer in my ears than I do my head. That's my befuddled look. Why couldn't it, So I guess that was my daddy's fault. Okay. So anyway, hair and face groomed. When you walk into a place, so if you're a perfect gentleman, then having that, every now and then you go out, that's fine. We're just talking general here, okay? Because it's really important that you know that there's a balance in all of this, okay? So your clothes are neat. Now, you don't have to have name brand stuff, okay? You could be in a t-shirt if it was neat, not wrinkled, okay? We're not talking about that. We're just talking about being neat, okay? It shows that you care about yourself. You want people to know that you care about yourself. Because if it looks like you don't care about yourself, people know you're not going to care for them. Okay. Now, wear a tie or have at least one suit. Okay. I love wearing suits. And the reason why I love wearing suits is because I know it gives off something. It makes me look more smarter, probably than I am, more business-like. Okay. And you get recognized as actually somebody who looks important. Okay. Yeah. Looking sharp. See, when you see yourself sharp, you know people are going to look at you different. And, you know, for me, it always is. And we know in the era that we grew up in, for myself in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and even before that, dressing in a suit made you look like a gentleman and that you were not here to fight. Okay, when you're wearing your suit. All right. I'll give you another example. My friend Amanda Darling, who's played in the biggest auditoriums, the clubs in Los Angeles, I was managing her. And when I used to go with her, and I'd be behind her or I'm on the side of her. Now I'm in a suit and I'm looking like I'm a manager. You see, I'm looking like a manager. And so here I am in the biggest club in Los Angeles. And when I used to go with her, people would come up to me and ask me, "Oh, you're the owner, aren't you? I need this or that." I said, "No, I'm not the owner." "Well, you look like you are." I go, "Yeah, I know. I look like I am, but I'm not." Okay. But those are the kind of compliments that let you know that you're on the right path. Okay. Of how you want that look, which that look is a perfect gentleman who looks like he knows what he's doing. Now, also, gentlemen that are always seeking perfection compliment people. The littlest things, the big things. They compliment everybody. They don't just compliment someone to get something. They compliment because it's who they are. And it's not about even receiving one. It's more about putting it out there as a gentleman. Open the door for everyone. Open the door. I'm in a quick trip or whatever. If a lady's coming and she's 15 feet behind me, she's got some packages in her hand, I'm going to hold that door. If it's an elderly person coming in, if it's a child, it doesn't matter. When I'm walking out the door, I'm looking back and I see that person coming in. I hold that door for them so that I may only meet them one time, but they knew they met a perfect gentleman. I was in, what was it, Circle K or whatever it was, and the police came in. All right. Now, again, I'm about supporting the police. And so, you know, here comes one and he's like 25 feet. And I'm sitting there holding the door for him as he's coming out. And it allowed me to give him thanks for everything that he does. Okay. And you talk about someone who went from this, you know, observing to, "Hey, thank you. You have a great day too." It was a human connection. That's what we're about. All right. So now this is my last one before we go into the next section here. But this is a number one. So we're going to end on a funny note. Leave the room to pass gas. Okay. Everyone will thank you for you getting up to do that. So you want to be perfect. Leave the room to pass gas. Okay. All right, let's get into the next section here. And it really is women with class, what they are looking for in a gentleman. Now, I pulled some people on it, and also I watched a lot of videos. But you know, my final analysis was, of course, with my own wife, and And so I want you to this is what I came up with, and what it's not just me. Okay, I didn't actually come up with this. I got this from women. All right. So now, women with class, which I consider all women classy, because if you treat a woman with class, I mean, every woman, they reflect class back. Okay. So what a woman is looking for in a man who's, when she meets him, is this: what is your value? What do you value? You know? And the first thing you say to them, well, I'm a perfect gentleman. That brings value immediately, because that makes them feel that you just gave them this gift that said, you take it, it's okay. I'm a perfect gentleman. Not too many people say that to me. And I ask people, did the guy say that to you? No, never. Say it. It's a great open line. Okay. So when that value, so if she's looking for someone who's long term, and for the gentleman she's looking for, is a value is making her feel that she has some security. And that's even just standing there next to you. Because if a woman feels uncomfortable, I'm telling you, she's going to walk away, or she's not going to get the expression that you're looking for. All right. Also, women are looking for a nice brain. You know what I mean by a nice brain? That means that you're thinking, that you're a nice person. Okay. You think nice thoughts. You know, you're looking for something nice to say as opposed to a critique. All right. You know, women don't like to be critiqued, especially when you first meet them. Oh, my heavens. He won't be there long. All right. Also, a perfect gentleman is aware of their surroundings, and this is what women want. They want you, when you walk in, they want you to handle the surroundings. What if you took her to a party? You walk in the door, and he just walks off. I'll be right back. And there you are left standing there. And now she feels uncomfortable because you walked off to go say hello to your buddies or get you a cocktail instead of bringing her in. Okay. So she likes to be aware of her surroundings. She also, if you say, honey, this is not a comfortable place, I feel like you're not safe here, let's go. Okay. So next, allow them to be themselves. Okay. A perfect gentleman allows everyone to be themselves, unless it becomes unsafe. All right. Which that's about being aware of your surroundings. All right. Also, a perfect gentleman, you got a plan. Classy women, man, want to know your plan. Okay. What's the plan? You know, um, women don't like when you say, well, what do you want to do? You know, they'd rather you say, I was thinking about going to go see this movie, then maybe go out to eat here. What did you think about that? That was kind of what I was thinking. Well, what would you like? Oh, that's good. But I'd like to get some ice cream after that. Excellent. You let her add to the plan while still making the plan. Okay. Now, again, I've had these tested by other women. All right. You know who you are. So, I know you know. All right. This is the worst. Liars lose trust. It is better to tell them you forgot your wallet. It's better to be honest. If you lied to a woman one time, and here's what you might say is a white lie, which I don't. There's no color here, but here's a lie. I'll be there at 7:30. Okay. She's getting everything all straight. 7:30. Oh, 7:35. No call. Well, 7:45, 8 o'clock, then you come walking in the door. Sorry, it was traffic. Well, that's what text messages go for. It's okay if you're late, if you are honest and inform her. I'm running late, and not at 7:30, but before. I could be running 15 minutes late. See, if you have an agreement, which is what a gentleman does, he makes agreement. Listen, I'm going to plan on being there at 7:30. Give me a 10-minute leeway. Okay, I'll be in there within that 10-minute frame. Okay, that's cool. Some women don't want you to come early because they're still getting ready. So that little gap there might give them, an opportunity to even look better for you. Okay, do something exciting. If you meet a woman that you really want to get to know, that you want to make an impression behind being a perfect gentleman, then plan something exciting. Okay. And I will tell you, I think this is definitely how I got my wife. Okay. Get ready for this because, you're going to love it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was friends with my wife for months. Okay. I wanted to get to know her, and I wanted it to be something before we dated. So now, after I decided that I wanted to date her, I asked her out on a date. And I said, listen, I want to take you out on a date. Really? Yeah, I want to take you somewhere special. Yeah. Really, where? Burning Man. I want to take you to Burning Man on a 10-day date. Right. On a 10-day date. A place where we are free and we can get to know each other. And you'll get to know me and I'll get to know you. And then we'll either start to be together or we'll still be friends. See, because we were friends beforehand. But now it's time to make that romantic move. See, that's when I'm like, I want you to be my girlfriend. I'm going to take you to Burning Man and have you meet all my friends. And I never left her alone. Okay. Only when she fell asleep, and then I went out and did my thing all night because I had a party at Burning Man. So anyway, enough about me, but just to let you know that it was something extremely exciting. I mean, it was. So no matter what, I can always say, hey, honey, where'd you go on your first date with your husband? Burning Man. Whoa. Burning Man. Yes. So the whole thing in taking her to Burning Man was to make her comfortable. I made sure that she was very comfortable and safe. So when you are the gentleman, you want to make them comfortable. I'm not kidding you. Smile. I'm not saying a fake smile, but be a sincere, make it a sincere smile. Okay. I always have a joke. If I'm walking up to somebody, I'm already thinking of a joke. If I see a bald guy, yo, man, what are you doing copying my hairstyle? I'm the only guy who has that style. Or I might say to him, love your hair. All right. So, you think beforehand when you go in. Okay. So let me wind this up here because I'm going over my mark here. And, the last thing I want to say is to get advice. Get advice. I'm going to reiterate that. You can ask someone, do I make you feel uncomfortable? Is my energy too big? Do I need to, is it, overwhelming you? Please let me know, and they really love that. Okay. So these are some of the qualities about being a gentleman. You see, I wore my suit. See, I wear a tie out of my 68 shows, probably 64 of them I wore a tie. And the reason why I wore the shirts, because I had my spiritual warrior shirt given to me by my sis Amanda, and I had to wear that. By the way, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to start having spiritual warrior shirts that we're going to be having designed here. So listen, I'll be back at 7:30. So 7:30. No, 6:30. 6:30. I'll announce it. I have to go see my mother. So maybe I don't have to go see my mother. Today's my day. I go see my mother. So I'll let you know, but it's usually 6:30. All right. Just in case I'm running late. But it might, if it's not, it's going to be 7:30. So, but I'm always here at 2:30 every day, Pacific time. 2:30 is the time that I'm here. So please, just to let you know, my last announcement here is my show is going to take a turn here. I'm being censored on Facebook as well as YouTube, and so I have to be very, very careful on the subjects that I take. The guidelines have turned into, you just have so many rules that you have to follow. So I got to be in between the rules here. And, I want to make my channel more of a spiritual channel, and kind of stay away from, I have to stay away from any kind of a medical talk. All right. Even if I'm just saying, I'm quoting an article. Okay. That's what they got me on. Quoting an article, reading words from an article. Okay. So it is their platform, and I will abide by their rules. And so we will keep moving here. And just to let you know, there's so many other things coming. June 12th here is going to have a big announcement. And I'm really excited about this channel. So please go down in the description, check out the video that I did that's getting all these views now. It's one step at a time. One step at a time. ALPOUGH. That's me. Comment. First name Michael. And I'll be back later. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you for everyone who listened to the end. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe and give me a like. I appreciate you now. Everything. We'll see you next time.